So today, still stuck at home obviously, but I do have a telemedicine appointment with one of my doctors. I mean, I don't know, I think I look decent like this, but this isn't my normal, the way I present myself. Put on some grapeseed oil. So just, again, presenting myself the way I would look if I was leaving the house. I did somewhat clean up my makeup cart. I got 3 of the 5 shelves taken care of. I did not record it. Basically, I figured out that I don't need to buy any more primers, any more highlighters, or any more concealers for quite some time. So now I've got my grapeseed oil on. I'll let that sit for just a moment. I'll put on some lip moisturizer real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to prime now. Well, I'm still trying to figure out, I have so many primers, which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't. So I'm going to try this again. This is the She Face Primer Finish Hydrating Under Face Prime. I don't know if those words should go in that configuration. It says super silky, light and fresh formula. It came in a set with, I don't know, I got a primer oil somewhere around here that came with it. Okay, so I just put on that primer. Feels pretty nice. I don't think it's mattifying, but that's fine. I'm gonna try again with brow products. I forgot about this brow pencil that I got from e.l.f. This one is a little bit darker, but I don't know. I'm just gonna see if this works better. And when I reviewed my last video, I think also part of the problem was I came down too low when I was trying to put in that tail. So let's see what happens. So again, I don't pluck or shape my brows or anything. Somebody probably should, but trust me, I should not be the one to do it. So, but basically I just want it to be more uniform so it's not all like, full and then patchy. And I would like a little bit of a real shape. And then it's too dark. And then yeah, this little thing right here probably needs to be, shaved off or whatnot. I think I still came down too low on that one. Let's see about this side. Maybe this was not meant to have pretty brows. But yeah, this one I do think came down a little too low. I also think maybe pencils aren't the right brow product for me. Maybe I just need, some brow mascara or something. And just, go in there with the spoolie from my other brow pencil. Just teasing that up a bit and then smoothing it over. And once again, I'm now back at the point where I'm like, why do I care about my brows? I'll just appreciate other people's nice brows. Mine are, they're not great, but they're fine. They're fine. Oh, while my skin is still bare, I got in some samples yesterday from Kosås. They, I guess, launched some concealers. So in here they listed, probably can't even see the numbers just because of the way the coloring is on here. And they gave me Deep Tanned Warm, which is 7.5, and then Deep Dark Neutral, which is 9.5. So I'm trying out the 7.5 to see what it looks like before I put on any makeup. Well, that is really light. I mean, it looks a little deeper here than it does in here. But then when they showed it on the sample, it's right here. So I guess I should have guessed that it would be too light. Okay, so I don't even think I can use it as a highlight because of the yellowish undertone. And then we've got 9.5. Depends. At some angles, it looks like it disappears. And other angles, it's like the right depth, but a little too red. It's supposed to be neutral though. I think blended out, that would probably work. Another thought is, get a little bit of this, 9.5. A little bit of this, 7.5. And I do think it blends in kind of decently with this area, so I could use that as a highlight shade if I mix them. But that is definitely not an all over face shade. it looks a little ashy when it comes down onto the deeper areas, just because that little bit of yellow, I think. 7.5 is a definite no. I'm gonna wipe this off, be right back. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna go ahead and try out the 9.5, but I just got a little bit of the 9.5. And I'm going to put that on the little spots. So it looks like with the redness in this, it does give me like a color correcting aspect. Okay, so that's 9.5 on. So based on that, I don't know if I would go with 10 or if I would go with 9. I mean, I don't think it shows very well in here, I've already said. But they have 8.7, 9, 9.5, and 10 on here. So I was using 9.5, and I'm thinking 9 looks even redder, but like a bluey red, so it might work for me. And then 10, I don't know if it would be too dark or if it would be fine. It does not say how much it costs. I don't know, I might try it out once I'm back to working again. Right now, I'm not wasting any money. I'm still trying to debate on whether I even want to use my Ulta points. I have 2,000 points, so or actually I have 3,000 and something, but I can spend 2,000 without messing things up. So I'm still trying to debate on whether or not I want to do that, just so I can have some new stuff, because I really don't need any new stuff. Okay, that's into that. Ooh. I am back. I had to go get my makeup sponges. I hand washed them and put them through the washing machine twice. So this is clean. It's a little stained, but it's clean. So I've got a wet, clean sponge. Let's see, for foundation, I threw out a lot of foundations yesterday. They were expired. I wonder if I can get any more out of my Urban Decay Stay Naked. This is the shade 80CG. It's got a little bit down in there, just it wouldn't come out last time. So I'm just wiping that on here. I would not recommend doing this if your sponge has been used recently, because then you'd be transferring germs into the bottle. But I just washed the sponge. Okay, so that's 80CG and the Urban Decay Stay Naked. And if the lighting seems a little different, I do have my blinds open. I still got my lamp on because I need to be able to see. But I do have some natural lighting coming in too. Well, shoot, I don't think that was enough foundation. Also trying to use up this one. This is the Hue Noir in the shade Brownie. I really like this. This is another one that I plan on repurchasing at some point. This whole area here is like still full. Just I don't know how to get it out. Well, that should be enough. Let's go back. Areas I was worried about. And I don't think that did too much for my coverage situation either. But it's fine because, as I said, it's a telemedicine one. So basically, I'm going to be on my phone doing FaceTime with my doctor. So it's fine, 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 fine. To highlight, I'm going to use the Ulta Youthful Glow Concealer in the shade Tan Cool. No, I think it's lighter than that 7.5 from Kosås. But since it doesn't have that yellow, it actually works out okay on my face. Okay, there's that. I'm gonna set my highlight with my Ben Nye Pretty Pink powder. I haven't used this in a while. This is the Danessa Myricks Invisible base, or eyeshadow base. Okay, eyes are primed. I haven't figured out what I'm doing yet, but my eyes are primed. Now I should try out some other things that I've been trying to figure out whether or not I want to keep. So there's this NYX Foil Play cream pigment in the shade Happy Hippie. I really like this color, but I could not get this to work for me previously. It's like a powder that's supposed to go into a cream form. Oh, somebody just doesn't do it. And I'm going to put some in the cap just to make life a little easier. And I've got a silicone applicator. Let's see if that's any better. Oh, it's still inconsistent and crumbly. I don't know if that shows up on there, but it's got lots of spots in between. It's supposed to be, you know, a pigment, not like a loose glitter, so I don't expect that. Okay, now I've got a really dense brush. Really not much better. It's still like lacks coverage. I'm gonna come back to that. The top or dress I'm gonna be wearing when I do my conference with my doctor is about this color, so I'm just gonna try and match things based on what looks suitable with that. Is it the same green? It's close. But you know, I put this on because this can get messy because I'm a messy person, so I get dressed after my makeup. So I've got this by Coastal Scents. It's called New Terrain. What I had been using for my like base shadows a lot was Harvest Brown, which is pretty much empty, Chocolatier, which is a little deeper, Bronze Peach, which you probably can't see in there, but it's like peachy and lighter, but it works. It kind of reminds me of, it's kind of like this shade here, the Prancer from Lime Crime. And the other one I've been using is Tuscany from Coastal Scents, which is kind of like Bronze Peach, but this one's like orangier and that one's pinkier. New Terrain. Let's see how that works out. So I can't even tell. It looks like I've swatched it, but I don't know if I've actually used it. Uh-oh, my cat's about to jump up here. I got my samples down right in time. Hi, cat. Can you move? Keep your face out of my camera, okay? Goodness. I'm trying to find a way to not move things too much, but keep his little face out of the camera. I feel like my camera is crooked. I don't know. I don't know what to do about him. Okay, so my cat is still on the arm of the couch, but I moved over my camera as best I can. Hopefully that works without being too distracting. Oh yeah, so it's gonna go into New Terrain, which it looks like I've swiped it, but I don't think I've actually worn it for anything. After all that, now he's down again. Whatever. This is New Terrain from Coastal Scents. Using that as my base eye color. I think that color's a little richer than I thought it was going to be, but I like it. It's pretty. And then for my crease, I'm going to go into an oldie but goodie. This is the Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Dark Brown from NYX. And the reason why I like this pencil is because back before I actually found contouring products deep enough for me, and yes, I know there are people that are much deeper than me, but I still had struggles trying to find a deep enough contour. This is what I used. A little bit there, a little bit there. That's all I needed, just those little dots there, there, there. A lot there because I'm large. Then I take my sponge. Once you blend it out, it's like not that harsh. I decided I wasn't going to be contouring my nose anymore because I don't get it, and then I did it, but probably because that's what I used to do back when I had that pencil before. Looks like I also wiped off coverage off my nose. Okay, so I got my bases down for that. So what I've decided I'm going to do is use Python Green from Coastal Scents and then put the Happy Hippie on top of it. I'm using the Pro Fix Fix and Spray from Revolution to wet my brush. And then I'm going into Python Green, just making a little bit of a paste. Okay, now we gotta figure out how to make this Happy Hippie pigment work out. Try it with the brush first. I just have to resolve myself to the fact that it's just going to be a subtle shimmer. It is not opaque, but to me it's a pigment, so I would think it would be, you know, just denser coverage. But at least on my skin, it is not going to be a standalone color because it's just not intense enough. It's very pretty, it's just I can't, and it says foil plate, so it should be foiled. Did I try it wet? Maybe I didn't. So just put some more in the cap. Just wet my brush again with the Pro Fix from Revolution. I'm going into this. That kind of Kinda does it, kinda. Maybe it just needs to be mixed better. I don't know what to do about it. I love this shade. It is so pretty. I just cannot get this to work. But I wanted to retry it. And I'm going to do my transition shade. I don't really have the right type of green for that, so I'm just going to use 2 shades mixed. I have Prehistoric Green from Coastal Scents and Olive Wood from Coastal Scents. Okay, now that I've laid those down, I can go back with my brush and just blend them. Just want something for under my brows. This is Cake Pop by Andy Candy. I'm just patting that up there. And now I'm going to use the fluffy end. Just opens things up a little bit, I think. I'm trying out things I haven't used in a while. So, I have a Clean Color Smoke and Gel eyeliner in the shade Black Diamonds, an LA Girl gel eyeliner in the shade Black Cosmic Shimmer. This is not a makeup tool, it is like a clay sculpting tool, but this is what I'm going to use. This is the Black Cosmic Shimmer from LA Girl. Oh, I just realized how freaking ashy I am. That's probably like no help to anybody. Okay, that's what my skin actually looks like. So here is Black Cosmic Shimmer from LA Girl. And this one is the Smoke and Gel eyeliner in the shade Black Diamonds from Clean Color. So I think this one looked great with gray eyeshadows. So we're going to use the LA Girl Black Cosmic Shimmer, but not with this tool. So I'm going to use this is from Amour Us. It's a Pro Silicone Brow and Liner Brush. Oh, so it's actually made for the purpose I'm using it for. It's novel. Okay, if I happen to keep in the process of me putting on my eyeliner, now you know why I usually take it out, because it's very frustrating, I'm sure, to people to see me doing it the way I do. Most people just like, and I'm just like, all over the place. So that's why I take it out, because I am self-conscious. And I know I don't do things the way a lot of people do. Okay, so that eye looks decent. That eye is a hot mess. Usually it's the other way around, but for some reason, no matter which way I turn, I cannot get the light right to see this eye. So now what I'm doing is I'm wiping off the brush that I used to apply the eyeliner. I forgot how much I liked using silicone applicators. And just trying to cut off some of that. You know, it's not really gonna show up, so it's fine. Okay, so my eyes are done. Blush, blush, blush. First, let me actually buff off my highlight, or my bake, whatever. This is the Media Pro Ultra Blush from Ben Nye in the shade Coven Red. It's a cream. Just put that on and haphazardly massage it into my face. And I've already contoured, so we're good on that. I usually cut out all the parts of me digging through my makeup cart looking for stuff, but dude, just getting my main 3 tiers taken care of has made a world of difference in finding things. So, yay. This is my Ben Nye Nutmeg Powder. And I patted that in, now I'm brushing it out. And yes, I do know that my wing, well, that one's decent, but that one's crazy, but they're both a little bit excessive, but it shouldn't translate that way on my medical appointment, telemedicine, whatever. conversation with my doctor. And no, there's nothing new that is wrong. This is just one of my routine follow-ups. It's just everything's moving to, electronically, since people don't want to see people in person right now because it's risky. And I totally understand and respect that. That's that. I do need to trim that down before it turns into a full-on mustache. Oh, this. So I also pulled out all of my makeup, or lip liners. And these are all the ones I need to sharpen. But, I mean, at least I have all of them all in one spot for now. So this is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade In Mint Condition. It's olive, but it says In Mint Condition. I got this from my coworker friend, Francesca. Thank you. I love this a lot. And that is definitely what I wanted to use for my lip liner, even though I don't know what lip color I want yet. Well, since I haven't gone through the lower tier of my makeup cart yet, I'm just going to use whatever I have in here that seems like it'll work. Let's go with this. This is the 3D-licious holographic lip cream from JCat in the shade HLC 108. I'm sure it has another name, but not on this, it doesn't. This has like blues and greens and mauves in it. So for me, this is like one of those universal colors I can wear with everything. I know most people are like, I can't wear that with anything. It's crazy, but you're not me. That's a little bit more sheer than I remembered. If I would remember that, I would have done my lip liner all over my entire lip. But it still works. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. I'm just gonna change. Okay, and I'm back. I just put on my dress that has no makeup on, even though now I see it's got fuzzies. I think someone washed it with a blanket or a towel. Rude. Whatever. Using my setting spray, not because I want to set my face, but just because it was easier to reach than why I now have my rose water. And I have like another one of these. Oh, there's one. It's really sad. I mean, I have backups with so many things, so I mean, other people have other things stockpiled, but I've always had a backstock of makeup. Won't help me if there's like a zombie apocalypse or some other thing, but I've got my makeup. Okay, so I've got my brush wiped off. I haven't seen this one in a while. These is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule, the Kilowatt highlighters from Fenty Beauty. See, this one is Moscow Mule. This one is Ginger Binge. Oh, Ginger Binge. It's just slightly more subtle. This is definitely a keeper. And once I have real money coming in again, I'm going to get a few more of these in other shades. Okay, so let's see, recaps. And so basically what I was doing here is trying to figure out what else I should get rid of in my makeup. The Urban Decay, I will repurchase. That foundation in the shade 80 CG. The Hue Noir in the shade Brownie, I would definitely repurchase. This Fenty highlighter, hell yes, I'll repurchase. This NYX lip liner in the shade In Mint Condition, I would purchase, yes. That foil play from NYX Happy Hippie, it is very pretty in color, but it does not do it. So, no. I'm going to keep it for right now, but I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it because it's just not worth it. It's not worth the hassle. Let's see those eyeliners. The Smoke and Gel eyeliner in the shade Black Diamonds from Clean Color. I will use this. I do like it. I would not repurchase it though, just because it's gray. And if I want to use a gray eyeliner, I'll just use one of my eyeshadows. The Cosmic Black Shimmer from LA Girl. Yeah, I would definitely use that again. See, my blush, I already know I was going to keep that. My Ben Nye powder, that's my standard until I can find something that's a better match. Because it is a little bit red for me, but I can't use a yellower base. I mean, I know people are like, oh, well, you look golden to me. No, trust me, I look sick if I wear yellow. The other eyeshadows I used are ones I've always used before, so yes, I would keep those. Except for that, well, I don't know where that Lime Crime palette went. I like that shade Prancer that I did not wear today, but the other shades, I can take them or leave them. So I would not repurchase that palette. Other people might like it, they could probably get more use out of it, but this doesn't do it for me. I think that's pretty much I'm keeping everything I put on my face. Just some things I may not purchase. I was trying to see if there was anything I could either use up or throw away. Oh well, it's almost time for my appointment. Goodbye.